going on, guys? JB Lion back with another video. New location unlocked. I'm in my cozy dressing gown because it is very cold. But today we're talking about the game that literally just happened, which was Chelsea versus Charlton in the FA Cup. Liam Rosenior's or Rosenior, or whatever, however you say his name. I saw a video of him pronouncing his name, but I'm always going to say Liam Rosenior, of the first game he took in charge, the first time I've seen the new system. So yeah, let's get into this. Like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, and if you're new around here, hit the sub button. Really goes a long way for me. Obviously we've already hit my goal, which was 100, but we're just seeing how far we can get this year and seeing how many we can get behind us. But yeah, let's get into this video, and yeah, let's start off by thinking about the team that he put out. So he put out a very rotated squad, which was definitely expected, given that we're playing against Charlton in the FA Cup. Obviously you had like Jorgensen, Achimpong, Badiashile, Tosin, and who else did you have? I'm trying to think of the other. Hato, and we'll get to him in a minute. Hato, Andre Santos, who else did we have in the midfield? Who was next to him? Oh, obviously Caicedo, and then you had in Cam, Buonanotte, Garnacho, Gittins, and then it was Gui, or Mark Gui. I don't know how you say his name, sorry. I think it's Gui. I'm always going to say Gui, but I had him up front. And overall, it's a bit of a rotated squad, which was, like I said, completely expected for an FA Cup game, and what we was hoping for. So yeah, we started out plenty of possession. The team sort of started with the 4-back, but then as they went into the attack, it rotated into a 3-back, and Hato came into the midfield. And like, let's just crack on with him, because he was insane tonight, Hato. Obviously we haven't seen a whole lot of him, but he was probably one of our best players tonight. He played great in this new system that seems to be happening. But yeah, he played great. Who else played? Tosin. He had a great game. Obviously we always talk negatively about Tosin, but Tosin tonight, he really stepped up and he played well in that sort of central centre half position. Came in, got himself a goal as well, and yeah, it was great. So yeah, talking of the goals, let's get into them. So like I said, you had the first half. It, like I said, was a little bit cagey, you know, to start with. It looked like we're still trying to find our feet, trying to figure out how the new system would work. And then, like I say, the first goal came closing into the second half, and it was Hato with an absolute thunderbolt into the top left corner. When I saw it, I felt sorry for the goalkeeper. Obviously Charlton had picked a goalkeeper that's usually not their main goalkeeper, but Hato absolutely lashed it into that top left corner, and it was like, wow, what an absolute strike. Obviously we went into half time 1-0 up. And then obviously second half rolled around, and pretty much straight after the second half we got our second goal from Tosin. Like I said, a nice whipping corner, nice whipped in by Buonanotte, and then a stupid header by Tosin. And like I said, a much improved player tonight. I know it's only against Charlton, and it's early doors to say if this, you know, how good we're playing. I know it's just take it with a pinch of salt, but we can still enjoy a good victory like we got tonight. And like I said, Tosin, much improved. Like I said, he gets a lot of stick, does Uncle Tosin, but he played much improved tonight. He played a blinder in my opinion. Then Charlton got one back. I can't remember the player's name he scored, but he was on the Chelsea books. Tell me a player who wasn't on the Chelsea books, but he was on the Chelsea books at one point when he was like 19. He scored, which then got the Valley absolutely rocking, and I thought, my God, I started getting like that sick feeling in my stomach. But we bounced back as quick as like we conceded it. When we conceded it, I thought to myself, oh, we're going to be in a bit of a sticky situation here. But no, we bounced back, showed determination like we have done, and bounced back and showed a response, like I said, to conceding the goal. And we got a goal back ourselves, which I believe was through, I'm trying to think, oh, Mark Gui, or whatever his name is, that striker, Mark Gui. He got a lovely little tap in from the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper probably should have done better, but right place at the right time for Mark Gui. He got his goal for Chelsea, which I think, you know, he really needed for that confidence. Then obviously rotated, a few more players came on. You had Esteban, Enzo Fernandez came on, and then that's when it started to kick-off. Obviously, Esteval having like absolute fun with the defenders. Obviously, we then got another goal, courtesy of who got the fourth goal? It was Pedro Neto, wasn't it? Yeah, he sort of cut inside and then he lashed one in, and then obviously got a penalty last minute, which was then the fifth goal by Enzo Fernandez. But yeah, like I said, tonight was a great performance by us. Nice seeing a brand new system. Like I said, take it with a pinch of salt. It's going to be, you know, obviously against Charlton, it's going to be completely different how it's going to feel when we play against a bigger team. Our biggest test for Liam Rosenior will be on Wednesday when we play Arsenal in the first leg of the Carabao Cup. Obviously, that'll be his first proper test, and the first proper test of the system. I doubt that, you know, the players that played tonight will play against Arsenal. Obviously, Cole Palmer got rested, which is, you know, is understandable. Reece James, I think he got rested as well. Sanchez got rested. A lot of the main, Cucurella obviously suspended. A lot of the main players got rested tonight, which I think is good because obviously when we're in the FA Cup, you're you know, you've got to rotate your squad. You can't go into it with players that are playing every week. Obviously, you know, completely off Chelsea topic, but you saw Man City basically play their starting 11 and they absolutely demolished Port Exeter 10-1. But, you know, some teams do, they like to show their intent, which, you know, I'd like Chelsea to do, but it's also a chance for rotation, you know, and that's not thinking, oh yeah, Charlton aren't anything to worry about. It's not, you know, but when you've got quite a packed calendar, as the Premier League teams do, it's good to have that rotation, which is what we did, which I think, like I say, is absolutely brilliant. But yeah, this is a new segment of the video that I'm going to be adding in every week now. I'm going to have my one winner and my one loser, I guess, or one player I think didn't play too well. So let's start with the negative. My one sort of negative player this week was Garnacho. I know he's... Obviously, I'm going to have a bit biased because I don't like United players and I never really liked him when he was at United. And even though he's a Chelsea player, I still have a little bit like... But tonight, he just did... I don't know. The commentary people seem to think they was like, oh, he played really well. But I was watching it and I was thinking, I didn't really see much of what he was doing. Yes, he worked hard. He chased after the ball. He pressed well. When he got the ball, he was able to break away. But other than that, he didn't do anything else. Didn't really create any chances. He didn't really get many successful one-on-ones. He kept trying to cut inside and it just wasn't working for him tonight. On another night, it might potentially work, but tonight I really felt Garnacho was off the boil a bit. Like I say, it's a new system, a new rotation, so I'll give him that. But compared to like other players who have joined this system, he seemed to have struggled the most. He seemed to like... I don't know, he felt like... So, like, when Gittins played, Gittins knew he'd get the ball and come inside and he'd come and receive the ball, whereas Garnacho kind of was, like, left wing holding and it just kind of didn't work at all. So, for me, I was a bit like, Garnacho was a little bit off the boil for me tonight. Weren't great. Maybe, like I said, when he gets used to the system, he might work a bit better. But for me tonight, completely off the boil. Didn't feel like he did anything to like help the team other than pressing and working hard, which, you know, is hard in itself, being able to press and, you know, having the stamina to work hard. So fair playing like that, he worked hard like that, but actually like contributing to the team, he didn't do much. But like I said, my real winner, my sort of runner-upper is Tosin, because I thought, like I said, Tosin played really well. Gets a lot of stick, but tonight he showed, you know, he can be quality at some points. Like I said, I know it's against Charlton, and take nothing away from him, but Tosin played really well. But the real winner tonight was Hato, sorry. He absolutely smashed it, like I said. In this new system that we seem to be having, he played really well. He was quick. He didn't really make any mistakes. And I know that he's played before and he's had a lot of mistakes made. And a lot of people gave him stick for it. But tonight he looked great. Looked confident. He came into that midfield, really mixed it up. Looked confident in the ball in the midfield, and it was just great. And like I said, topped it off with a great goal. I was shocked he didn't get man of the match. I know Caicedo did, because Caicedo absolutely cooked in the midfield, as he always did. But Hato for me was my man in the match. But yes, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for everyone who's been watching. I've obviously, like I said, I'm at 101 subscribers now. I'm really grateful, as I always am. But like I always say, if you're new around here, hit the sub button. If you like these videos, hit the like button. Comment in the comments below. Get chatting about what your opinions are. I try and reply to all the comments if people do comment. But I've been JB Lion. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, guys. Woo!